women may be the only thing standing between us and a nuclear conflict over a Twitter insult, but there's just something about her that a lot of people don't like. Can't put my finger on it.
There's got to be some downside to having a woman president, right?
She's not that likable. I'm not even sure that Bill Clinton likes her.
She had kind of a smug little look on her face.
Such a nasty woman.
She tends to assume a kind of kindergarten teacher type hectoring tone.
In fact, it sounds like a cat being dragged across a blackboard a lot of the time.
What about this sexism thing? I don't really know what this is.
Really? Okay, here's some more.
Hillary special, 2 fat thighs, 2 small breasts, left wing.
Hillary sucks, but not like Monica. Trump that bitch.
What the hell was that? If this can only happen at a Trump rally.
No, I think it also happens in snuff films. To learn more about the downsides of lady leaders, I went to the United Nations to meet with former Secretary of State and fellow nasty woman, Madeleine Albright.
Let's go talk somewhere more private.
Where she took me to her super secret offices. This is the bathroom?
Yes, when I was ambassador here, there were only 7 other women ambassadors, so we decided to spruce it up a bit.
Oh, it's very beautiful. Oh, my goodness. Hello.
Cheers.
Cheers. So, does playing into her womanness help Hillary, or does reminding people that she's a woman hurt her chances of winning the election?
I think it's very hard to tell, frankly. Why are men afraid of women? I think we're seen in whatever previous relationship they have had, like the 3rd grade teacher that told Johnny to be nicer, or Donald.
So when we hear this,
I'm Hillary Clinton.
other people just hear,
I have had it!
Jesus Christ. No wire hangers ever!
When Mr. Trump talks about her in terms of her voice or her looks, I think he thinks he's being subtle. I don't think he's being subtle.
I just don't think she has a presidential look.
She's become shrill.
And when she walked in front of me, believe me, I wasn't impressed.
It kind of gives permission to others to, if not say it, think it.
does this pulsing cancer of misogyny go away, or does it just embolden people like the racists during Obama's presidency?
I think that you might ask some of the women heads of state what's happened in their countries.
Women heads of state. I forgot that other countries have those. Somehow it just slips your mind when you're at the UN. So to learn what a President Hillary Clinton would be in for, I met with Norwegian Prime Minister ERNA Solberg, Chilean President Michelle Bachelet, Marshallese President Hilda Heine, and Croatian President,
I am Kolinda Grabar-Kitarovic.
Gotcha. Okay, ladies, hit me with some of that It Gets Better magic.
I have seen misogyny come down, but it did not disappear. For example, if a president would be moved by something, his eyes full of tears, the voice, he would be sensitive. If you do something like that, you're hysterical.
Do you have a face that you go to that is a resting presidential face? Something like this?
You have to be active but calm, and I can do that.
And after mastering your not a witch look, you have to be careful to not blend in.
In the beginning, when I was prime minister, you came somewhere and they would look at the most elderly guy in my entourage and address him as the prime minister.
Eventually, Norway figured out who their prime minister is, but their media is still coming to terms with the woman part.
The Prime Minister of Norway knows where to keep her cell phone. But what happens when the boobies get a visitor?
To be honest, I think this was male journalists. They don't know that most women do that. And the biggest tabloid found that very interesting.
Well, if you think that's going to stop the NSA from recording you.
That doesn't stop the surveillance, no.
Later, they move on to bigger questions like, where is your husband? And who are you wearing?
There are instances when it becomes just outrageous. Maybe 2 days after the election, we go online and there's these movie clips from literally a porn movie online from that paper claiming that it's me in action.
Obviously, it wasn't real. You can't become president if you were in porn, I hope. And if the media can't fake you naked, they try the next best thing.
You know, when I Google my name and I see all sorts of photos that is actually not me, especially bathing suits, it makes you feel like an object rather than as an actor.
The bikini photos, they're not you though. Do you know who they are?
There is one from Panama of I think a US personality, a starlet.
I think that's Ice-T's wife.
That's Coco, yeah.
That's Coco. That's Coco.
and I'm not the president of Croatia. Honestly, I'm tired of having to defend her pro-Eurozone deficit reduction policies. I don't have an opinion.
Thanks, Coco. But the good news is that if you don't have a celebrity doppelganger, you might just be all right.
It's been mostly Facebook comments on policies, not necessarily personal attacks.
They comment about policies? How is this possible?
In the Marshall Islands, there is a certain respect that is afforded or accorded women.
The Promised Land exists, and it's conveniently located here, for now. But how the hell do we get some of that respect in America?
I have to say this, my granddaughter, when she was 7, she said, so what's the big deal about Grandma Maddie being Secretary of State? Only girls are Secretary of State.
So real progress will have been made when our grandchildren look at us and just think of us as boring cliches.
Yes.
Do something that impresses me, Grandma.
Make a cake.
Sorry, Grandma's busy, but she'll have a drone drop one off for you.
We'll be right back.